One time when we were at the lake, and I had all my children up there, and we got the dishes done. We're just kind of cleaning up and everything. It was early evening, and it's just starting. The sun was just starting to go down. And Grandma said, "Why don't you hang these wet rags out on the railing on the porch?" So I went out, and while I was hanging the rags on the porch, zoom! Out of nowhere, this skunk had attacked me and bit me on my toe and wouldn't let go. And I just started screaming and screaming. And then I finally whopped him on the railing, banged his body on the railing a couple times. Then finally he let go and ran up in the woods. And by that time, Mom had come out because she said she'd never heard such blood-curdling screams in her life. And we didn't know what to do, so we took me into the hospital, and they put some mercurochrome on it, and not to worry about it. Well, Mom, being a nurse as she is, couldn't rest with that. So she called the, what do you call the people that take care of woods and everything? The rangers or something. And this was Monday. She had to wait until Monday to call because everything was closed over the weekend. And they said that was definitely a rabid skunk. And she's got to get into the hospital and start getting her shots as soon as possible. And the hospital didn't have the stuff, so they had to fly it in, which took a few hours. And then I had to go in every day to get, because time had elapsed over the weekend, I had to get 2 shots in my stomach each day. And oh, afterwards you feel like your stomach is on fire, and then you got to lay there and rest there for about an hour and a half afterwards before they let you go. And each injection swelled up like the size of almost a tennis ball. And I was wearing maternity clothes because I was so full of these so-called tennis balls, and it was miserable. And they left me with then I got too many shots. I was starting to get rabies, so they put me in the hospital, and I was in the hospital for 3 days. And when I left, they told me, well, the incubation period for rabid skunk bites is 1 year. I thought, oh no, that means I could flare up with rabies for any time this next year. And oh, that was something on your mind all the time. And then the year was up, and it was a hot, hot spell we were having, about 10 days of just ultra hot weather. And I went out for a walk to celebrate that I had made it through the year and didn't get rabies. And wouldn't you know it, a great big Doberman pincher like dog broke his chain and bit me in the calf and wouldn't let go. And he wouldn't let go. And finally I just said, Lord, you closed the lion's mouth for Daniel. Open this dog's mouth for me. And it's like he just slowly let go. And that hurt when you did it so slow. But so then I went home with blood dripping in my shoe and everything. But first I asked the lady, owner of the dog, has he had all his shots? And she said, oh yes, only one he hasn't got yet is rabies. And I thought, oh, good grief, you know. So that was a bummer, but God, again, took care of me, and everything healed okay, and I didn't get rabies.